Hello there everyone, Shibby here. Hope everybody out there's doing well and taking back once again with some more Tekken 8 ranked matches as I try to ascend the red ranks here and get back into the purple ranks here, but it looks like my first opponent is going to be a Reina player, so it might be a little bit more difficult here. Alright, I do not break the throw. I am determined to get hit by every low apparently. Alright, we'll hit the mid here. I'm going for a grab. Actually, what I'm going to do is mess up the grab input. Alright, let's manage to sidewalk him here. Alright, I would try to go for low there. I tried the low profile, but it didn't quite work out. Okay, well, they get the first round on the board of me here. Alright, back away. I tried to go for low and just got straight up jab. I tried to heat up to kind of counteract their aggressiveness. Alright, I'll take that. Alright, managed to get the hit in there. Alright, they get hit by the mid. I just straight up did the wrong input. Alright, but we catch them with a shoulder charge as they mash out their string here. I'll take that. Alright, let's try to sidewalk here. Alright, that string was not over. Alright, try to catch him with the high. Alright, I guessed low and got hit by mid. Alright, we got perfected there. I did try to heat there to try to keep him off of me, but it did not work out. I did do sidewalk. I did not expect that grab to reach, so I was not prepared. Alright, I'll take this. I just missed entirely. Alright, I do not know the break for that throw, clearly. Alright, I guess that's still their turn. Alright, I get perfected again, and they get their promo. Alright, let's see if we can recover here and not play like a buffoon. But they might be asking a whole lot from me. But we'll see what we can get done here. Alright. Do they run it back? Is the real question, actually. Alright, they do. That's it's been few far between the last couple matches I played. Alright, let's see what we can get done here. Need a little bit more patient, not making as many dumb decisions as I make a dumb decision. Alright, I didn't think they would get hit by that, but you know, here we are. Alright, I'll take that. We're gonna go for the low. We'll interrupt the string. We are plus. I'm gonna go for low here. Alright, that's the first time I did that, but they were clearly ready for it. Okay. Gonna heat up here and go for a grab that they do not break. And we get around on the board. Alright, I'll take that. Alright, patience is gonna be key here. Alright, back up. The heat up, the armor on that saved them. Alright, they broke the grab that time. A little bit too predictable by me. Alright, we'll just do that. Let's use it before I lose it. Alright, we're gonna get the wall here. That kind of had an awkward angle. I wasn't prepared. Okay, that grab just has way more reach than I just give it credit for. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and spin our rage art here. Alright, let me get him off me. It probably will not kill. No, but they got their rage art. We gotta be careful for that. But we're gonna pepper in a low there and get lucky and manage to get the hit. Alright, I'm just gonna sidewalk here. Alright, I messed up my combo. Go figure. Alright, so their answer pretty much is to wake up and do that every time. But I'm not teching it, so I mean, can't really blame them. That's not what I meant to do. Alright, they back away. I'll punish them with that. I thought for sure that they pressed a button, which is why I did that, but I was wrong. I'm just going to back up here. Go for low. Alright, that beat my run up. Alright, I thought I'd be able to clip him there. Alright, catch him ducking. And they haven't really been doing much about that, so we'll just take it. That was a very unfortunate trade. They get a full combo from a trade. And we lose the round because of it. Alright, that was a very unfortunate thing that happened there. So they tie the set up here at 2 apiece. Or tie the matchup, I should say. Okay, well that was very unfortunate. Alright, I'll take that. Go for the low. Okay, they go for the grab there. Go for the low. I'm gonna heat up. I wanted to go for the grab. I mean, it probably wouldn't have worked if they pressed there anyway. Am I not standing there blocking? Alright, I'll take that. That was stupid. And I don't get my rage art, which is very unfortunate, and we're going to lose a set because of it. I probably shouldn't have got it there anyway, but there was a big enough gap for me to try to get him off me, but I should have just been a little bit more patient. But good game to that opponent, and I'll be back when I find my next match. Alrighty, looks like I found my next opponent here. Go up against another Reina player. Let's see what we can do here, see if we can play a little bit better. I sat there and let them fully charge that. Alright, they're definitely a little bit more aggro than the other Reina player that I fought. I have to keep that in mind. Alright, they are not stopping on anything. I'm probably dead off that. Alright, just gotta try to keep their aggressiveness in mind. Alright, we're just gonna sidewalk here. Alright, that's the right call. Hopefully I don't drop this. I mean, I didn't technically drop it, I guess, but... the people who mash on plus frames, I will never understand, but it gets me every damn time. Alright, they're gonna probably get the wall here. I tried to interrupt their string. That had some fucking reach. Okay. Alright, yeah, there was not a chance in hell they were going to block by any stretch of the imagination. Alright, I don't think this will kill, but it'll be close. Alright, we punish him for whiffing the grab. I thought I was a little bit late on that, but I'll take it. Alright. I'll take that. Alright, I thought I'd catch on the whiff there. Alright, they tried to duck there. And we'll take the round there. Alright. Just gotta kind of stay on the offensive, try to reinforce plus frames where I can. I'm surprised they were able to block that. Okay, they're just gonna mash there every single time. There's not a chance they honor it. Alright, we are plus there. Just go for low. Alright, they block it that time though. A little bit late on that pickup. Alright, that beats my low. Okay. So we're tied up at 2 apiece here. Alright, I'll take that. I dropped the combo immediately. Fuck. Alright, there is no defense happening here, but it's kicking my ass. For the love of God. I thought I was just straight up blocking there, but I guess not. Okay. Well, we get hit there, and we slide down Tenryu just a little bit more against another Reina here. But alright, let's see if we can overcome the offensive onslaught, let's say. Alright, they're in their promo match. Let's see if we can deny that. Alright, did the second hit to that. Alright. Well, they get the wall here. All right, they've gone for that launch every single time. All right, we are plus here, and they do get hit. Okay, I'll take that. Dropped it. All right, I'll take that. I don't know why they didn't get counter hit, but we'll take what we can get. All right, again, that's +1. I'm not really sure why I would get hit there, but I'll take it. And we'll just keep going low until they block it. All right. Yeah, I did whip there. I had that one coming. All right, we'll take that. All right, they're starting to crouch a little bit more. Got to keep that in mind. All right, so I thought maybe they have been a little bit conditioned there to where I've been pressing on them, but you cannot condition people. It is not a chance. All right, well, there's 3 rounds on the board, and we managed to get back what we lost. And we'll see if we can win the set here. But that might be asking a whole lot. I can't really make any mistakes of any kind. Can't really afford to be on the back foot against this particular opponent. All right, they're still on their promo. All right. I tried to rage on him, I'll be completely honest there. I tried to do down back 3. I could have swore I was just holding back, but I might have just pressed something on accident. Okay. That move is killing me. I gotta do something to get off me. Okay, why? I didn't even do anything to be launched there. Why the hell did I get hit? Oh my god, I don't understand it. Unless I'm doing something wrong, but that should be +1, and I did a normal jab, so I don't know why that would be like a launch there. But they do whiff, and they have the opportunity to block. Fuck me. Okay. Well, alright, I shouldn't have done that anyway, but... Alright, well, let's see if we can overcome my own stupidity here. Alright, they managed to get hit by the second part of that. I meant to do down back 3. Alright. I'll take that. Then we'll catch him at the low and get us around on the board. Do have a little bit of an uphill battle here, though. Alright, I didn't expect him to get hit there, if I'm being completely honest. Alright, I did try to rage art him to keep him in check. I did the wrong move. Alright, thankfully they couldn't quite sidewalk that, so I will take it. Alright, I tried to jack check him. Or jab check them. I'm gonna go for low here. Was thought I was still blocking. Okay, I walked right into that. Alright, they don't tech the grab there. Alright, they're dead here. Okay. So we managed to catch him being super aggro. Anyone who plays like this will probably have a good shot at beating me. I just can't handle it. I definitely need to get better at it. But all right, we managed to turn things around. Was that did I win 2 in a row there? Okay, yeah, I lost first one, managed to win 2 in a row. All right, but I managed to overcome that. But a good game to that opponent, and I'll be back when I find my next match. All right, looks like I found my final opponent for the video, and looks like it's going to be a run back against this Reina player that we fought before. But hopefully, maybe I know what I'm getting myself into here, and see what we can get done. All right, they just straight up get hit there. All right, we do it again. All right, there. Again, I feel like they should absolutely get hit there, and then maybe that just lows profiles my jab, but. All right, I'll take that. Let's see what they do here. All right, they go for low. That was actually a good call against my high. All right. All right, we go for low. I got hit there. Okay. I thought that was going to hit him for sure. All right, there. You got me on the back foot here. Yeah, I tried to block low, thinking they'd go for low. Okay. We do manage to get the launch here. I fuck up the combo. Go figure. I just should not be surprised that they're going to mash there. I just might have to block until I find another option. Okay, I'll take that. Alright, we'll take that. Alright, we'll catch him on the whiff there with the shoulder charge. And there's a round apiece. No, they got two. Excuse me. Alright, we are plus. I'll take that. I got launched off the low. That's unfortunate. Okay, we're gonna get hit up to the wall. All right, we'll spin the heat there. All right, we are plus there though, which is fine by me, and we tie things up at 2 rounds apiece. Okay, let's see if we can manage to keep the streak alive. I'm not sure why I got hit there. Pretty sure that's a mid. Alright, I'll take that. Just gotta, again, we had the same idea. Just unfortunate where I ended up. Okay, let's just be patient here. Alright, we'll shoulder charge right through that and manage to take the game here. Alright. Now, this might be our promo chance. I think this should be a promo opportunity, but we'll see. But we got to try to not be on the back foot so much and not get overwhelmed by how aggressive they're being. All right, I'll take that. Please don't drop at me. There we go. I'll take that. I'm going to heat up there. Okay, I thought maybe a mid might be able to check that, but I guess not. I'm just going to have to block what they're going to do there. All right, well, I just could never get my turn back there, which is unfortunate, but okay. We'll just try to do what we can here. I have no earthly idea what the tech for that throw is. All right, well, now we're just in a bad way. And we traded still. Like, just fuck. I don't have an answer. I just keep getting hit him. I mean, I know it's just +1. But I feel like that should be enough to do something. Get hit and then immediately mash on me. But I got counter hit, so I can't really say anything. All right. I tried to heat through that. All right, that grab has a little bit of range on it. All right, thankfully they got hit there. All right. Well, I thought for sure they were going to press the button. Of course, the one time they don't. The one time they don't. All right, well, there goes our promo opportunity, but we'll see if we can at least save face and win the set here. But that might be asking a whole hell of a lot, but we'll see if we can get done. Okay, here. All right, I guess you cannot sidestep that either. Okay. I'll take that. Still a whole lot of an uphill battle here. Okay, I thought that move was negative, but maybe it's not. Because it didn't seem like they were pressing on it. Alright, they're ducking there. Alright. They finally blocked that. I'll take that. They tried to sidewalk me there. That was kind of a little bit of an awkward angle. Oh, that was unfortunate. Alright, they tried to sidewalk that. I think they kind of got hosed there. They probably should have walked right around me, but we'll take what we can get. Okay, well, we do get launched here. Up against the wall. Oh, that was a little bit of weird interaction there. Alright, we get side or counter hit there. Alright, so you cannot interrupt that. I wasn't really sure. Okay, well, we do get hit there, so they're up 2-1 now. That was unfortunate. Okay, well, we do get the grab there. I'm surprised I didn't get launched because that's what they usually try to mash there. Alright, we'll take that. A good call to stay on the ground there. And we'll hit him with the low and tie things up to 2 apiece. Okay. Let's try to redeem ourselves here. And I mistimed that like you would not believe. Alright, I did try to heat right back and just got launched for it. Okay, we'll see if I can... I just let him charge that and get guard broken. Alright, I'll take that. Okay, well, that's unfortunate there. I thought I was blocking low, but I was not. Alright, well, they take me 2-1 here. I think that makes us even from the last set. But yeah, no mighty ruler of this video, as much as I tried to get it. But a good game to that opponent. I do believe I'm going to end the video here, though. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe if you like it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.